Hi everyone, I'm Liz.
And I'm Allison.
And we're at the Lizzie Borden House for our first ever paranormal investigation.
We've been dying to come here. We've been talking about this since we were like little, so.
Yeah, we've been talking about this since we first became friends, how we were really into paranormal, and we decided to finally act on it. We're actually going to be investigating a haunted location.
And we are just so excited to be at the Lizzie Borden House, and we are just so thankful for them. They have gone above and beyond for us.
Oh my gosh, these people have helped us with equipment, with full tours. They've opened up places later for us. They've explained house rules for like longer than they've needed to.
Yes.
And we just want to give a huge shout out to the Lizzie Borden team who work here. Thank you so much for letting us film. Thank you for letting us like have basically this whole experience that we never would have thought. Like we even have the entire house to ourselves.
Yes, that was just a coincidence, but that was so fun.
Absolutely
we had a
insane.
tour today with Emily and she was amazing.
I love Emily so much.
Yes. Oh, Ashley helped us get all the ghost equipment.
With equipment. She toured us around a couple places that we didn't get as much of a depth into.
Yeah.
And then the entire reason we got to film was thanks to, I believe it was Catherine.
Yeah.
She was so awesome for like checking everything, and just the entire team here has been above and beyond. Like I couldn't have asked for anything better.
We are just so thankful for them. And I do want to preface this by saying that in case you are a bride out there, the week before your wedding, you don't need to go get your nails done, you don't need to go get your hair done. You should go ghost hunting, because I am a week from my wedding tomorrow, and obviously what I needed to do was go ghost hunting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Of course.
I know. Think about it. By the time we post this video, you're gonna be married.
Ew.
Oh my god. All right. So on that note, I guess we should start talking about all the hauntings.
Yes. On August 4th, 1892, a gruesome axe murder took place at the Lizzie Borden House.
In Fall River, Massachusetts, where we are right now.
Lizzie shouted to her neighbor that her dad had died, and the neighbors and the police were met with a terrible, terrible scene.
Afterwards, once they started walking around, they said, "Where's your stepmother?" And no one knew where she was, so they went upstairs. Before they could even get to the top, they saw her body lying in the floor of one of the second floor bedrooms.
Around 9:30 a.m., Abby Borden was murdered. She took 18 to 22 whacks in the back of her head with an axe while cleaning the guest bedroom for Lizzie's uncle.
Their uncle John Morse had come to stay the night before. No bags. Just walking up to their door, knocking and saying, "Hi, family in law, can we stay the night?" And so they welcomed him in, and conveniently he was out during the actual time of the murders, according to himself.
At around 11 a.m., Andrew Borden was found murdered on this couch. Well, this is a replica, but it was in this very room. He took how many whacks to the head? Why can't I remember this anymore?
I think this one was a little bit less. I think they said it was like 8 to 11.
In the middle of his head.
So that's pretty freaky. He was taking a nap here on this couch, and his head is really close to where I would have been sitting right now. This is who Lizzie walked in upon.
So we're gonna go a little bit into the theories of like what people think happened and who they think did it. So at the time, the Borden's maid, Bridget, was upstairs in her room, but also cleaning the windows. Now, Abby was 220 pounds, and they said that when she fell, Lizzie and Maggie, who were home at the time, did not hear anything.
Bridget was actually said to be feeling sick, which is why she wanted to go lie down after she had finished cleaning the windows. She was down here on the first floor while Abby would have been on the second. And you think that if you're anywhere in the vicinity, you would have heard someone fall down onto the floor, just anywhere in this house.
And the same thing with Andrew Borden too. He was found on the couch, and apparently Bridget was in her room on the third floor and didn't hear a thing, and Lizzie had changed her story multiple times.
Yeah.
She said that she was either in the kitchen or that she was in the back in the shed hanging out and trying to grab fishing lures for a trip coming up.
She had said to have been ironing some items around their house over in the kitchen area, and by the time that her father would have been murdered, she would have been out in the back barn where she would have been eating some pears from their lovely pear tree out in the back. So when the police arrived on the scene, everyone was beside themselves. They brought over their neighbor doctor, who conveniently was the family physician. And this was Dr. Bowen. And Dr. Bowen decided to do autopsies on the bodies while everyone was running around figuring out this crime and interviewing family members like Lizzie and
Bridget.
So it's okay, like, it's fine. And Bridget, their maid, and both of them were oddly calm about the whole situation, especially Lizzie.
Well, I don't know if I would say oddly calm. Her doctor friend, I'm going to put that in quotations, he would always take her to church and prescribed her morphine. And what would morphine do? It would slur her speech. It would give disorganized thoughts. So as the police are questioning her, she cannot form a coherent thought, which is a theory as to why she changed her alibi so many times.
It became so bad, they made her go lie down. Like, they said, don't even worry about this anymore. You go do your own thing and just rest. So, after the autopsies were done, I believe they were cutting open the bodies to check everything.
In the house.
In the house.
With people around.
I believe they even had the funerals, like, here,
in the house.
within the area. And so, when the bodies were supposedly laid to rest, surprisingly, their heads had been cut off so they could check their skulls where the murder weapon had been hacking into them, so they could check all of the lacerations or any sort of marks within the skull.
Now, what was really interesting was Lizzie is their number one suspect. They end up arresting her 4 days to a week later. And when they were on trial, they brought in these skulls into the actual courtroom. And it traumatized Lizzie so much she actually fainted.
Wow, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, she actually fainted in the middle of the courtroom because they brought out her parents' skulls.
And it was said to be one of the first times they ever did something like that.
Yes, and hopefully the last. That is traumatizing.
So in this courtroom, she had 12 jurors, and conveniently, 11 of these juror members were English Protestant men.
With one being Irish Catholic.
And of course, all of these English Protestant men were the ones who ended up deciding that
It was something a woman could never, ever do.
never do.
They didn't think she could raise a hatchet. That was 5 pounds.
Yeah, nothing seemed to make sense to them, so everything just ended up being acquitted.
And as a favor to Lizzie, the men on the jury took a picture all together, put a bow on it, and gave it to her as a present to say, "You're welcome."
Signed and all.
Yeah.
So can you imagine getting a present like that?
No.
Oh
I
my
would never
gosh.
want a present of 12 men.
No.
I would be like, oh.
That's like the 12 days of Christmas.
It's the 12 days of Christmas, but it's just 12 days of men.
Yeah.
On the first day of Christmas, what my jurors gave to me was an acquittal. Some of the actual theories about the murder, because she was acquitted and nobody ever was charged with the crime, so technically it's still an open case, were that Lizzie did it, or that her uncle did it, or that Bridget did it, or a combination of all three.
Some people even think that her sister, Emma, who was out of town, had somehow managed to come all the way back here, commit the murders within, what was it, like an hour and a half time difference, and then go back to where she was, get the telegram, and then come all the way back here. And that's out of this world to me.
It really is. It's crazy. I don't know how people think she could do something like that.
There were lots of different theories. There was even another theory that illegitimate son, Billy or William, was the killer himself. Everyone thought he was this madman on the loose, but it turns out that it was just some sort of like false rumor. Someone was able to debunk this and realize that Andrew did not have an illegitimate son. So that's not a story that should be going around anymore.
So I think the leading theory, honestly, is that Lizzie did it, or a combination of the three did it. But there was a serial killer on the loose in Fall River that was committing axe murders at the time.
Ooh.
Yeah, lots of different theories out there.
What do you think?
I think it was a combination of the three.
I think so too.
Yeah, it feels
like it's
because
the only
there's
way.
such a time gap between Abby and Andrew being killed. Like, it has to be someone in the house, and also, how could you not hear a single thing? So if you want to hear more details about the murder, because we have a ton of details and I read a couple books, you can check out the link below to listen to our podcast, Ghosts and Giggles, where our very first Ghosts episode is about the Lizzie Borden case.
So without further ado, I think we should get started with this investigation.
Nah.
Allison, where are we right now?
We're at the Lizzie Borden House. And we just
Oh my
concluded our tour of the house with the most lovely, amazing Emily. She was amazing. There's
One of the
no
most
other words.
incredible tour guides I think I've ever had.
She stayed with us so much longer than she had to. She was so sweet. But right now, we're in our room.
So we're actually staying in one of the most haunted rooms of the entire house, which is the Abby and Andrew room.
They recommended that before, because this is supposedly one of the most haunted rooms, that before you do anything, you give Andrew an offering of any kind of money. And Liz had a lot of quarters.
I had a bunch of quarters, and oddly enough,
Why?
we found this quarter that literally has the last name Man Killer. And so we don't know if we want to offer it or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wilma Man Killer? I was gonna say Wilma Martin Killer.
You forgot to read.
I just forgot her name. But yeah, so we thought that was pretty crazy since potentially there was a man killer in this house.
Yep. So we are going to give our offerings to Andrew to hopefully have it not be as overwhelming for us on our very first ghost spiritual haunting adventure.
Yeah, we don't want any sort of negative energy when it comes to this room, so that's why we each are going to be offering some money. I'm going to do the man killer one.
Are you serious?
I am.
Good luck.
I want Andrew to realize that.
I'm doing Frederick Douglass.
Alright,
So
Andrew, please enjoy our offerings and please don't
go easy on us.
Yeah, don't haunt us too much tonight.
Yeah.
Great. Alright, so we're here in their sitting room, I guess you could say. And we're gonna start our first ever investigation.
This is also said to be the portal. I feel like we need to say that first.
There happens to be a mirror right over here, and it leads over to a boudoir, I guess you could say, and the entire backing of the boudoir is all mirrors, so it's a bit freaky. This is also the room where Lizzie was arrested. Where I happen to be sitting right now is actually where she was put in handcuffs and taken to prison. Let us introduce you to a few of the devices we're going to use today. On the floor over here, there are 3 little cat balls that you'll see. If anything goes near them, they're going to light up like Allison is demonstrating. In the middle of all of these cat balls, we have a REM pod, and REM pods are basically used to detect if anyone is entering within this certain field. Basically, the only way it will go off is if something gets close to it. So Allison, if you would like to demonstrate again.
I'm so scared. It's gonna
you're fine.
Freak out because last time I was doing that. Okay.
So
yay.
It did it once, but if you start like touching the antenna, then it goes really
and normally
crazy.
I don't touch the antenna, but every time I touch the antenna, it stays crazy.
As well, why don't you pick up our little EMF detector right here. This is an EMF detector. It detects electromagnetic waves or frequencies. And basically, if it goes up towards red, it means that something is within this area of wherever it is pointing towards. So as soon as we put it down, it started oddly spiking to red, and it hasn't done it since.
Yeah, it spiked to red like 3 times and then was stopped, so.
As well, we do have a little red flashlight over here. We aren't really sure if it's going to be working. It's not one of those twist flashlights, but we figure it's just a nice little thing to add for ambiance.
And then in the back of the camera, which you can't see, we have a music box that there's a sensor, and if anything crosses in front of the sensor, it plays music.
And our very last one, and one of my personal favorites, we have a spirit box. And this is the one that scans radio wave frequencies. It tries to pick up words from different radio stations and tell us if a spirit is trying to talk to us. It'll tell us specific words. So, without further ado, are you ready to get started?
I'm so excited.
Okay.
And scared.
Alrighty, let's turn on this bad boy, which is going to be very loud. Just get ready.
Box. Scanning. FM.
Okay.
She said
Ooh,
that was so loud.
AM.
Alright. Hello, is anyone here with us right now?
Did you hear it's me?
Did
It's
you?
me, yeah.
Hello? Who is here with us right now?
Is there anybody that's in the room with us right now that wants to speak to us?
I almost thought I heard Scott. Is there anyone from the Borden family here with us?
Do you know anything about the Borden murders?
I'm sitting in Lizzie Borden's spot where she was arrested. Is Lizzie here to tell us about the actual murder? Yeah.
Is there anybody that came through the portal that wants to talk to us? Not related to the Borden family? Liz, it went up to red. You see it?
If you're around here, could you try to interact with one of our other devices? Maybe the REM pod, the cat balls, or the music box, please? I see that you're interested in our EMF detector. If you like our EMF detector, can you tell us through the spirit box? I just heard save me.
I heard words but I could not make them out.
Are there multiple spirits here with us right now? If so, can you tell us how many?
If you see something in this room, can you name it?
It was a clear voice.
It was.
I don't know what it said.
Are you loving this?
Oh?
Maybe
Do you,
Sorry? Is that what it said?
No, and then you have to put the.
you want to keep it
Okay,
down
antenna.
because you don't
She
want it
said
to
it
pick
doesn't
up on
matter.
a station.
Yeah.
Do you want to try S this method?
Give it a little bit longer. We haven't done this for very long. Can you tell us a number of people with us or people in the room right now?
Said 5.
I heard 7.
I heard 7. I heard 5.
There's 5 of us. That would be 2 more people.
What's your name? Cole? Did you hear Cole?
Cole?
Yeah, which is a name she says they've heard before.
Did you say Cole? If you said Cole, could you say it again?
Is there a chance you could say one of our names to us? Miss or yes? Oh wait, Miss could be like Liz.
There's her Lizzie. There's a man's voice. So you guys.
Oh no. Do you know who Lizzie Borden is? Not after that awful noise. Allison, I don't like that. Do you have any other questions? Sound like follower or something.
Could be good. I don't have any other questions. I don't know what to ask.
Do you have anything that you would want to tell us?
Is there any message that you want to tell us? What did you hear?
I don't know. Do you want me to pause it?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we are in the Bordens, I guess you could say like a living room sort of
Yeah.
area. They have like their little fireplace. We're going to try to do the Estes method, which if you haven't heard of it, it's basically a method where you're using your spirit box, but you're plugging in headphones. So only one person is listening to the radio scan.
And then she also has her blindfold on so she can't see or hear the questions that I'm asking her. The hope is that the questions and the answers line up together.
So Allison's going to be asking some questions. Our friends in the room, feel free to join in with some questions if you have any. And with that, I'm going to put this on and make sure I can't see anything, which no, I cannot. It is decently dark.
Decently dark.
Decently dark. All right, and then let me get these headphones on.
Liz, can you
Give
hear
me 1 second.
I think she can. Liz, can you hear me? Liz, can you hear me?
Breeze.
Is there
Or freeze, maybe?
in the room with us right now? Is there a
So bad.
Is there a person who knows about the Lizzie Borden case with us right now?
Simple. Alice.
Oh, Alice was the neighbor that they brought over when they wanted to.
Straight.
Alice, are you in the room with us right now? Did you come over after the Borden murders? Borden murders.
7.
It said 7 in the other room too.
Stuff.
Can you
Room?
name anything that you see in this room right now?
Slightly.
Can you name something that you see in this room right now, even if it's just something you slightly see?
Street.
The street?
Roberta.
Do you know someone named Roberta? That's Scott's grandmother's name. Do you know Scott's grandmother?
River. Sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Hot.
Okay, if it's hot where you are, could you please bring a little bit of heat? It is cold in here.
Reason? Or no reason? It's time to clear? Or it's time to clear out?
Is there anything that you can see?
5.
There are 5 of us in the room right now. Right now, Liz is doing this method, and I'm Allison, and I'm asking the questions. Is there anything you want to tell us?
Refuge.
Are you looking for a place for refuge?
5.
Yes, there are 5 people in here. And that's a fun number.
Rumor. Ask.
Are there rumors about the Lizzie Borden case?
Ooh. 5.
There are 5 people in this house right now, but there were also 5 people in the
3.
house.
5. Okay, no, that's so freaky. It literally keeps saying 5.
Really?
Like, multiple times. Like, that's the
Wow.
only word it wants to say right now is
I
5.
do have something a little...
Okay, let me
tell you.
pause it. Let's turn it off.
You said Roberta, which I think is a pretty uncommon name, right? That's Scott's grandmother's name.
Shut up. Okay. No, wait, are you serious? Is this grandmother alive, Scott? Do you
Yeah.
mind me asking? Okay.
Yeah, she's alive.
But that's, like, actually your grandma's name?
I
Does she
wonder-
go by that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty uncommon name, and I kept saying 5.
Dude,
And
it
his
started
hockey
to,
number's
like,
5
make me
too.
feel... Huh?
His hockey number's 5 too, so his whole entire house is decked in the number 5.
I can't tell you how many times it was saying 5.
There's also 5 people in the house
And it
during
was
the murder, and then
saying
there's
it.
5 people now in the
It was
house.
saying it in, like, different voices as well. It was like,
Really?
5. That's weird, man. The thing is, I
That's
can,
weird.
like, hear your mumbling next to me.
Yeah.
Because it's the AM, it's not, like, as... Whatever, right? So
Yeah.
it's like...
Just
I
like
didn't
train
hear your
tracks.
questions clearly, but I did hear
Yeah.
when I went sorry. You were like, "Why are you sorry?" And I was like, "Oh, that's cute." But like, yeah, no, this is like,
It's weird. There were a couple times that like kind of.
It's like once it starts saying 5 is when I was getting a little freaked out.
I was asking
Like
questions
beforehand, I
about
was just kind of like
Lizzie
whatever.
Borden, which
Okay.
makes sense. But then it kind of went on a weird trail where it sounded
No.
too similar to Scott.
I think that's really interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, so we were doing a little bit of some Spirit Box Estes method sessions, and we got some interesting stuff.
A lot of them talked about Scott, who is sitting over there. He's my fiance.
And I think that we're maybe gonna try to get some answers about this. It was getting oddly specific.
Yes, things that Liz would not know. So
Yeah, absolutely, that I would
I'm
not
gonna
know.
see if it talks more about Scott.
Yeah, we think being the only guy here, it maybe has a bit of an interest in him.
Scott is also very, very non-believer.
Yeah, so
So-
maybe this is
And
someone
things
reaching
that
out.
He doesn't tend to like him a lot. Like he doesn't like dogs, and dogs love him.
Yeah.
So
So-
maybe that's why spirits are.
Let's see what else we can possibly get from this.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty, going in.
Bye.
Thanks.
What's the other
Oh,
side?
okay. Hi.
Can you hear me?
House.
All right. You were mentioning Scott before. What do you know about Scott?
Steve.
You know about Steven?
Scott.
Can you name something about Scott that not many people would know?
5.
People know his hockey number is 5, but do you know anything else about Scott?
From?
Where is he from?
Fast or ask? Save? 5.
Do you know anything else about Scott or have a message for him?
5! 5!
No. Is there a reason you're saying 5?
Liz?
Yes, we have Liz in the room and we have Scott in the room.
5!
And there's
5!
5 of us and there's 5 of us. Is there a message you have for us?
3. 5! 5!
Is there a significance to the number 5?
5. 5! 5!
Why 5?
Liz.
Maybe he's saying that 5 people are involved with
5.
40
5.
things.
Okay, that's even more than last time. It's literally the only thing it's saying right now. I'm getting literally so many goosebumps. I can't even tell you.
It's weird.
Can we try looking up like 555 angel numbers and see what it says? Let me see, because
I'm getting cold now.
this is, and it's saying it in like every single
Yeah.
like aspect.
Did
Of
it
like
start saying
5.
your name or Lizzie
5.
Borden?
5. Like it says it every single way. It's so uncanny.
Oh gosh, what?
It says the number 555 is associated with change. Change in location, change of job, or relationship change. And you guys are getting married.
I'm uncomfy.
I think what's happening, it signifies adventure and open-mindedness. And it indicates new experiences and positive changes are on the horizon.
Oh.
I think it's literally when I asked about them congratulating you, I think this is their way of congratulating you.
Wait, that's really crazy.
I'm
I'm
I have
shaking.
so
This is
many
so
chills.
Weird,
I
'cause it
can't
keeps
even
saying
tell you.
Scott too.
But then it also says 3. It goes 5, 5, and then 3.
Is it telling us to call a number?
So it says
Dominoes.
553 angel number is a message from your angels to accept your responsibilities and have a clear mindset towards your target. It denotes that love and dedication you put towards your goals will help you reach new heights in your personal and professional life. That's kind of insane.
That's really crazy.
What if I just look up the singular number 5? Like, what if they're just trying to
Odd number.
specifically...
That's probably the first thing it's gonna come up with.
Seeing the angel number 5 can be related to a period of growth or change. And it's about to enter a phase of self-discovery.
What I love.
Encourages you to prepare for change rather than resist it. It's not always a bad thing and can lead us closer to our soul mission.
I love how we're talking about this, and I'm like teary-eyed because I'm like, oh my gosh, relationship change, and Scott is passed out on that couch over there.
All right, we're gonna try it with Allison now. Let's see what happens. Okay, she is going. No. All right, you were saying a lot of numbers to me specifically.
5. Oh my gosh.
All right, and yeah, that's the number you were saying. Can you say it again for Allison so she knows that that's what I heard?
5, 5.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much. Can you possibly tell us, are you signifying the 5 is for me? Is the 5 directed towards me, Liz?
Movies.
Movies. We are recording videos right now. Is that something you're interested in?
Liz.
Hi, yeah, that's my name. My name is Liz.
Zip.
Is there someone here who is trying to talk to me specifically? If so, can you please give me a name? Oh.
Whoop. Freudian slip there. I. Zip.
Are you angry
Zip.
with us?
Rabbit.
Rub
Zip.
or rabbit?
Home.
Is this your home?
Yep.
Okay, is this Lizzie herself?
Really?
I'm just asking you. I mean, maybe you're someone else?
All something. All done.
Are you finished talking to us?
Zip.
Would you like Scott to talk to you instead?
Awesome.
Maybe it doesn't want women talking to it.
No.
Okay.
Awesome.
Would you like a man to talk to you?
Enough. Something.
We can have Scott talk to you. What's up?
There was just like a deep voice. I mean, it was a
Oh.
little creepy, but then after I took them off, I was like, it wasn't that creepy.
Okay.
There's just too many people.
Yeah. So you heard my fives.
Yeah, I heard him for a little bit. That was
But
weird.
you know what's weird?
Also, the zip was
is-
from an adult this time.
Okay. So the fives it was one of the first things you said.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, that's what you said to me. Can you say it again so Allison knows that's what I heard? And then you went 5-5. And I was like, yeah, okay, thanks. And then, like, there was, like, almost a conversation, kind of. Like, what was after that? It was, like you said Liz. Because you said, like, all Liz. And so I thought you were referring to, like, all the fives were for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, are the fives directed towards me? And then it said something. It sounded like, oh, you said something about movies also.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what that was about. And then, like, I think you said my name again. So I was like, is there someone here that wants to talk to me? And then I think you started doing the zips again.
Yeah. What was really weird about the zips, and you're going to just think I'm crazy and I could just be, like, really tired, was, like, a picture came to my mind of, like, a guy and a little kid playing with cars. Like, when that happened. It was, like, the only time I've had that happen.
What did
Where
the
he
guy
was, like,
look like?
zip. He was, like, older. He looked older.
Did he have hair?
Very little.
I need you to tell me, did he have hair?
Very little. Like here. But, like, not on top.
Wait,
you know, like, when
ew,
people
that
are,
could
like...
be like my dad. It didn't look like my dad,
no,
right?
No, it
okay.
was a little boy and
Oh, it was a
dad.
little boy and a dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were sitting, like, in a dining room area. There were 2 cars. And they were, like, zip,
Interesting.
zip, and that was it.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah. But, like, all of mine, it didn't feel like they were talking to me. It felt like I was overhearing conversations, except
Yeah.
when I said enough, something, and there was a clear voice that was like, no, not that.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, sorry.
Okay. Because we kept asking, like, it was saying Liz, and then I'm like, do you want to talk to me? And then it was like, enough. Or, like, or no, you said too. And I was like,
that
oh.
was not, but, like, it feels like I'm hearing conversations, not, except for that, like, one thing that I just told you.
Okay.
Did you say
Okay.
olives?
No.
No, it sounded like all Liz.
All Liz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all for
Yeah.
me.
I don't know. It was.
They only want to tell me 5, and I don't
Yeah.
know why.
The 5s.
I'm thinking
feel
it's related
directed,
to
but
me
the rest
now.
Is like kids.
Yeah. I think the 5 is directed
Like the
to me.
was like, it was almost like two people were talking. That was the only thing I could hear.
Honestly, that could be a good thing because it could also be referring to my job changing.
Yeah.
Which is something I've been wanting for like 4 years, basically.
Yeah.
And by the time I would change it, it would be like
spirits
5
know about, like,
years.
future stuff?
I don't know.
Or
maybe,
just like good luck.
Maybe it's like wishing us good luck. Maybe they know more than we do.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. All I know is that that's the only thing I keep hearing on the spirit box now is 5.
It really.
And you just keep hearing zip.
Yeah, zip, and then at the end, that same voice that was the dad came on and said something, but it just sounded creepy. But it was just because it was a man.
Do you want to try it one last time before we go up?
I think I'm good.
No? Okay.
Yeah. When it says enough, I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Well,
Then
I don't think it was about that, but
okay. Then, all right. I guess we're gonna wrap it up.
Yay, bedtime.
Woohoo! All right. See you guys in the morning.
Bye.
Bye.
So, guys, that was our stay at the Lizzie Borden House. Our camera died halfway through, but we still got some good stuff.
Yeah, the camera died, which was a little surprising, and we got some stuff that was off camera that seemed like a bit interesting, but when we filmed, that you'll see on the phone footage, it was really similar to what we were getting anyways. Yeah, maybe someday we'll come back here in the future. Let us know what you guys think below.
Yes.
Make sure you like and subscribe because this is our first ever video on our channel, so we're so excited, and we get to thank the Lizzie Borden House staff for that. They're the ones that allowed us to do this, as we said before, and we just can't be grateful enough to them.
So thank you to everyone at the Lizzie Borden House for making this experience so special for us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, leave a comment below where you think we should go next, and check out some of our other social media pages as well as our podcast, Ghosts and Giggles.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.